And some of you are still in separation, not wanting to return to your person. But your person, they manipulated you, they lied to you, and this is just not anything that you're willing to return to. That ship has sailed for you. They make their bed. You don't care how many phone calls they make. You good on that. Red lipstick change, because they introduced you to a third party without your consent. Yep. And that is a line crossed that you don't feel like you can come back from. Right now, this person may be looking you up, trying to see what you're doing, whether or not you're seeing other people. Because at this point, they just might be ready to give it a go. They might even be okay at this point with just being your friend, not necessarily in a love relationship. Yep. Because they want to express something to you. That could be their love, but again, they may want to just connect with you. We don't have to be in a relationship. We can work up to that, you know? They just want to be in your energy because there's something about you. And there may be something about them for you as well. But you've ultimately decided that a third party is something that you cannot come back from. With this getting a room, that's not something that you're able to move on from, because this is something that's going to stick with you. Now, there are certainly people who can come back from this. You know, you've been with someone else outside of me. You were a liar, a cheater. You were deceitful. There are definitely people that can move on from that and just, you know, say, hey, I love you and we can work on this, right? But what you guys need to do is expect a change. Expect a change from this person. You guys will resolve this issue with one another. You know, a time to give rather than a time to take. Give this person forgiveness. You don't have to give them your heart again, but forgive them. You know what I mean? Whether you tell them or not, forgive them. It's not something, I never thought that you had to go and tell somebody, oh, I forgive you for what you did. Because, you know, a lot of times people don't want your forgiveness. They're not asking you for forgiveness. They did what they did and that's it, you know? But forgive this person for yourself, because the longer you hold on to things, the longer it stays with you. The longer it lingers in your spirit, in your mind, in your heart. So forgive this person, you know? But I can certainly understand how that would be something that you couldn't return from. And now with the Three of Wands, you guys are looking to expand and do something different outside of this past relationship, you know? It could be, you guys could now be reaching into your career, or you could be dating someone and looking into making it serious with them, or you are making it serious with them. Because this relationship that you had, it had you in a mental prison. It may have even taken you some time to get over what was done, that you actually sort of kind of went into seclusion. You had to find yourself. You had to find the balance in you again. So this relationship took a great toll on you. And look at that with the King of Pentacles. There may be someone else, you know, coming out there for you with the King of Pentacles. Because you are healing with the Nine of Wands. You are healing. I mean, it might have pinched you and it might have hurt you, but you're healing. And some of you may be ready for something new if you're not already dating and you're just hopping out there. You're trusting your intuition, of course, because now you know what to look for. Now you know what you don't want. And being alone and separated, you found a different love and respect for yourself. So you're no longer going to be accepting certain things, you know? There's not going to be any overlooking of red flags at this point, because you want someone solid. And if you can't be solid, then I need for you to move it along. Because what it looks like is with this tower, although painful, This Tower told you or taught you or allowed you to go back into, to actually look at yourself. And in looking at yourself, what you've done is unlearn some behaviors. Meaning you've unlearned accepting disrespect. You've unlearned just receiving whatever is given to you. And in return, you've learned to put up boundaries. You've learned to tell people how they should treat you or how you expect to be treated. And you've learned to cut those cords if you can too, as I ask you to do. You know your worth now. In the beginning, that may have been something that was a struggle for you. Not saying that you didn't love yourself or know your worth, but you were willing to compromise. And at this point, you're not willing to compromise anymore. It's either you are or you aren't, but we're not going to discuss it. You're going to do it or you're not going to do it. Some of you are at the point now to where you get one shot. You mess that shot up, it's a done deal, because you have found strength in being alone, and you're no longer in the mindset that you need someone. Because a lot of you just love the idea of love, and you held on because you wanted that love. But you came to the point where you had to decide between yourself and love. And you know what? It might have taken you a while to choose yourself. It might have taken you a while to choose yourself, but ultimately, you did choose yourself. And again, choosing yourself and unlearning behaviors that were totally beneath you, it will, or it has, opened up doors for you that perhaps you didn't see while you were in the situation or in the union that you were in. But when you walked away, you strolled right on down the road and said, this is not for me. I can't do this anymore. I don't like this. I've been accepting it. It's going to hurt, but I got to go. You went off. You balanced yourself. You centered yourself. You found yourself. And a lot of you went into this Queen of Swords spirit also and got a little stern, put up boundaries. You started just speaking your mind, because a lot of you used to hold your tongue, you know, worry about other people's feelings when people weren't worried about yours. But now a lot of you have started to open your mouths, speak your truth. And that's what you needed to do. You guys needed this break. You needed this break from this relationship to come back to yourselves, to find yourselves. And sometimes a lot of us need that, because we lose that. It's not necessarily that we lose it in relationships, but we lose it just when we get to feeling down about something. When things don't go our way, we look at ourselves as the bad guy. We view ourselves as the villain. A lot of us are worse on ourselves than others are. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you guys are complete. You know, this is something that was destined to happen. Everything that went forth, all the pain, the hurt, the realizations, that was all something that you guys needed to know, to learn. It was all destined. So it was destined for you to meet this person. It was destined for you to fall in love with this person. It was also destined for this person to break your heart. It was destined for you to accept it the way that you did. It was destined for you to hold on for the amount of time that you held on. And it was destined for you to finally release it at the time that you did.